Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another tournament stream. Woo! Basically, a bit of house cleaning out of the way first, of course. There is a 3-minute delay on the stream. That is to avoid any stream sniping happening. And there is a giveaway running in the chat. Basically, you have to guess the damage that one team does versus the other in the third matchup of the game. And now that I've accepted the room invite, can go into the garage. Basically, today we will be streaming PC Cat versus Squad 1 and PC Cat versus S-WIL. So those are the two matchups that we've got. Let's have a quick look in the tool tab. Basically, this is our top 8. We have Love, Aqua, Squad 1, Serenity, S-WIL, BPS, PC Cat, and Demon. And tonight we are following PC Cat, which obviously has like very, very known names. It is mostly APA, I believe, just under a different name. And these are the matchups that we have today. So basically, I never know why it gives the UK time here when it does everything else in CEST, but yeah. But yeah, this is what we'll be watching tonight. I am looking forward to it. Should be fun. To be fair, of the whole tour season, I always like the round robins most because you have like epic versus epic, but not with quite the pressure of elimination just quite yet. So it kind of feels like the most relaxed version of it. It's not relaxed because like the pressure is intense and the stress is intense and everything, but just overall, this is the stage that I like the most. So I am a little gutted that I'm going to miss out streaming on Saturday, which is like the fifth and sixth rounds of the 7 in total. But yeah, there's no helping that. I have a family obligation, so I'm gonna have to miss that. But yeah. But I will be streaming today, tomorrow, and then the last round as well on Sunday. And after that, you have the double eliminations on the 10th and the 11th. And of course, I will be streaming those as well. In the meantime, we have dropped below 3 minutes. I'm also getting a message, which I'm obviously not going to check during streaming. But let's have a look at the teams. Uni is all on his own right now. Squad 1 is already completely there. Also, very known names in there. So we are starting it off on Rockfield. So let me go grab my map trailer there. There you go. Rockfield is one of the, I always say like oldest maps, but there's like a base set of maps and now we got new ones later on. But Rockfield is also one of the ones that has been reformed. I really hope that we get old Rockfield at some point, just for shits and giggles, because that's gonna be awesome. Gonna go so bad, but it's gonna be so fun. Really curious what they would do with Supremacy on that map though, because it was quite small and it wasn't really let's say balanced for Supremacy in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, with tours we usually see people, the lights running towards the middle just to spot people up as they cross over. We see action on both sides, like with holding sometimes a base cap, but it's not really depending on it, just not in the beginning at least. And then at some point one team goes full base B and it's always very cheeky to do that. But if it works though, if it works. That being said though, with all the E50Ms that we have been seeing earlier in the season, I'm really curious to see what happens. But we see that it looks like PC Cat is going to go almost full F3 with one LT for spotting. Thank you for confirming, Agassi. Much appreciated. And on squad 1 side, we see 1, 2, 3 F3s, an EMX 54, a Chieftain, an E50M, and potentially a Super Conqueror. We have 1 minute left before we go into the game. Also, by the way, we have some rain and thunder going on here, which I absolutely love. But if I suddenly go dark, it's probably because of that. We have generally a very good lightning. I don't know what you call that. In literally translated, it would be lightning distractor here. And there's like an apartment building that's much higher than this house. So generally speaking, it's more likely to go into there than anywhere else. But should I go completely dark, then you know what's going on. And with 23 seconds left to go, both teams are completely ready. The thing is that with the F3s, like you have the auto reloader gun on it now, and it does give a lot of potential. Like, once the clip is empty, then you're at a bit of a tricky point. But that's kind of like the strength and weaknesses. The thing is that tanks that work in tour meta don't always work that same way in randoms. But that's also why I find tour meta so interesting to watch, because it can go every which way. Let's see. Lots of roosters for squad 1. Oh, I love this camo. That's another thing I do, for those that don't know. I always look at the camos. I love pimping my rides. Uni heading towards base A. We have Eagle on the other side heading towards base C. Also no little light tank for squad 1. But they do have an E50M. Are we going to see? No, they're just holding there. Uni immediately goes there, determining that he can cap the base before anyone can shoot him. And he's being very, very careful, but he is getting away with it. Elmiri, though, is taking a little bit of damage there. So does Yuri. And we have the PC cat is just going all in straight away. This is dangerous, though, because they didn't even know where everyone was at. And the Elmiri is losing a whole lot of HP for it. Playmaker as well. And we have Panzer here, who still has... Well, he's almost gone now. They did take him out, but they lost so much HP for it. And now we have Bobby having to deal with Not Your Daddy and Ego pushing up. The names, though, honestly, guys. Walking Ace trying to get behind them. And now the focus fire of these two not being quite there as well is a bit tricky. But the auto-reloaders have to reload. Bobby is going in. Being very forward here. That might be a big mistake. Going after Ego. Whereas the rest of PC Cat is focusing on Yuri and Spanish Sahara. Ego goes down, Object 3 goes down almost the same time, followed by Spanish Sahara. Base A is being capped. Playmaker is not looking too healthy. We have Supreme Leader pushing him backwards so that Walking Ace can kill him off. Bobby Fischer is still alive somehow. Elmiri is on the single gun reload. And we have Not to Be focusing on Walking Ace instead, saving his teammate. Making it 5 versus 2. With, well, 5 versus 1. With Le Supreme Leader. Not gonna lie, I love both these camos. But boom, Fetty wins out here. And the first game is for PC Cat. That was a very quick and brutal game, though. Very... Well, I wouldn't say YOLO, but close to it. That was very aggressive. But that's also the strength of the clip. Is like, if the focus fire is there, the damage that they can dish out in a relative short amount of time is mind-boggling. Let's see. For the second game on Rockfield, we have PC Cat taking the same lineup as before. Squad 1 now taking some more F3s. Yuri sticking in the Chieftain. We've seen E50M and AMX54 and 4 F3s. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. I don't blame any player for using a premium or collectible tank in any tour, because it makes total sense for them to do that. At the same time, I don't like wargaming making the meta paid, basically. Because if you look at the tanks chosen, the only tanks that are not paid for are the LC and the E50M. So yeah, I'm not that big a fan of that. It is fun to see tanks being showcased though. And to see what happens if you have like a whole team of tanks working together like this. And with 17 seconds left to go, we're almost ready to go into the second game. After this game, I will stop the guessing in the chat because you're guessing for the game after the one that we're about to see. And after that, we're going to guess for the next round, and that will be for battle passes. Let's see. Uni. Going for the spot again. And we have squad 1. Going a bit more middle-ish. Bobby has been spotted, so has Not Your Daddy. And squad 1 is taking a bit of holding positions. Uni has been spotted but does arrive at base A safely. Has not really spotted anyone for that though. We have the rest of PC Cat pretty much lying in wait. Spanish Sahara holding as well. Uni hightailing it out of there again. The thing is that now PC Cat has a growing point advantage. Uni going for the position where we usually see the Death Star. The rest of PC Cat is just waiting here. Look at this. Look at them all just holding and hoping for someone to push into base C. Squad 1 is actually not quite sure where they're going to go. Uni pushing a bit forwards. Going into different positions. Base A now being stolen by Le Supreme Leader. Thing is, when I see a le like that, I want to throw in a French accent. Spanish Sahara has been spotted. They now know all the forces are here. Spanish Sahara is pulling back. Going for the most secure position that he can go in, because this means that they will have to push through this open lane. And now we have Not Your Daddy basically lying in wait. Bobby taking a few hits. He's no longer capping the base. But it did cost him a bit to decap it, and now he's just capping again. Ilmiri going one side, not to be for the other. He did cap it, but I think the intention is to get it back. Full clips. Oh, big hits there. And there he goes. That's a tank gone. Yuri also having lost quite a bit of HP. And now we have Ego up there. In the single shot at 3 as well. That's an interesting choice. I like that. Whereas Not To Be has just stolen the base. Elmir is just up the ramp just to keep Ego away. And we have Not To Be. This is so interesting though. I'm not sure if that is an error or was always meant to be that way. In the meantime, Spanish Sahara is being pushed upon by Object 3 and Playmaker. He's not going to be long for this world either. Spanish Sahara goes down. Le Supreme Leader has been taken out. And right now we're at 890 points. And so far, all of the guns from PC Cat are still there. But probably Krim is going to go down quite soon. But we are already at 1k points with all the 3 bases in PC Cat's hands. And they keep it with 7 tanks. Beautiful. This is the thing. This is what I meant with base B, because if you get it, yes, it's brilliant, but at the same time, it's such a trap. So PC Cat worked that gloriously. So I'm just going to say, stop guessing now. I'll wait a minute before I post it, but I just there so that I can't forget. Oh, but I do love this whole the clever gameplay that we've been seeing. It's also just waiting each other out, guessing where people may be, laying that trap. In the meantime, we're going to go to Fort Despair, so let me actually show that. Looks something like this. One of the smaller maps. Is not one of my favorite maps. It is, of course, the map where we saw the push there into the corner. Wasn't, to be fair, that's still a pet peeve of mine. Not the push itself, but the way that it was reacted to, because it had been happening throughout the season. And it was a brilliant move, don't get me wrong, so I'm not blaming Raid for that at all. But basically the fact that it was pure shock on the commentators is something that I felt like they should have watched the season. They would have known. But for Despair, we have PC Cat with the same basically team up as before. And Squad 1 is taking 5 F3s. Just making sure that everything is set right. There we go. 5 F3s, the Concept 1B and a 215B. Do, do, do. Yeah, 3 seems to be doing quite well. Uni. I'm going to go for the spot. All forces seem to be focusing on the A and B side. The thing is, this is tricky because if he's spotted, and he is, he actually, ooh, he was getting shot at, but he got away with it. But he lit them up. So far, no one's been hit for it though. Walking A still with the single shotgun. And we have an F3 push in the corner. And they are pushing in, but they're also not quite committed to it. This is... It seems like miscommunication. Supreme Leader is the preferred target on one side. Jennifer on the other. And they've actually not really been... Ego is also using the single shot. He is the preferred target here. Not to be blocking him. No, it's turned to Spanish Sahara. Bobby goes down first though, after Supreme Leader. Then Spanish Sahara. They're trying to keep Yennefer alive. It's not working, but Ego goes down as well. Uni is still alive. Walking Ace. Now the next target. Trying to pull away into the line of fire from Playmaker. To be fair, it has been very, very brawly. Prim dealing with Panzer. Yuri now crossing over. Prim goes down, making it 4v3. But not your daddy. He's not long for this world. But it's Elmiri that takes him out here. There we go. And now it's just Yuri and Panzer left alive. Versus 4. Playmaker the least amount of healthy. Uni just arriving to just make it worse for Squad 1. And Ben's the last one left alive. He does take out Playmaker though. And is sporting another beautiful camo. But there he goes by not to be. And the game is for PC Cat. And that means that the score for the giveaway is 18,363. That's big score, not gonna lie. Does the F3 have such a high HP, or is it just the added HP thing chosen? Like with the equipment. That also means that with only 15 minutes of playtime gone, this means that basically PC Cat is now up 4 match point. If they win the next game, then they've got the point for this round. And that also means we have a very long time of replays ahead of us. I do have good games though. So we can fill the time with some good gameplay. Yeah, it's not the stream though, Immortal. Stream is looking very healthy right now. With 47 seconds left to go, we see PC Cat now ready with a Kranwagen, no less than 5 F3s and an E6. And on squad 1 side, we see 3 F3s, a Hori, an LT, a 215B, and an AMX-54. Let's see. Oh, I've been so tired these days. It's just really stupid. It's like I can't sleep. And when I do sleep, it's like I just don't get enough of it. So as always, I do apologize for any brain derps that I might have. And here we go. Let's see. I'm curious though, what's your favorite camo in the game? Like not legendary ones, but just camo to use on something. I tend to just go for the colorful ones. Grim heading more towards the seaside. Bit of a hug with Uni there. With the F3s going all the way into the corner. Oh crap, it disabled my mod. That probably also means that I can't fly into buildings right now. Let me check. No, it jumps above. Oh crap. That's a good thing to know though. PC Cat is holding Crim here. Besides says he does not really want to be there. It's like, I'm just gonna drive out of here. And this does mean that right now Squad 1 has a point advantage that is growing with them having that base. Oh, that was a blind shot into Almiri. Don't think he was spotted there. Cheeky. So now we have PC Cat pushing into base B, which is pretty much like the only choice right now. Because they have to catch it quick. And it is completely unprotected, but they don't know that. At the same time, though, we have Squad 1 having about a 100 point advantage. They will have seen that shot go into the ground. But they will have to make up for that disadvantage. And base A, of course, is like completely open. So not really an option. So the only other choice would be to push base C, which is of course protected as well. Elmiri has been spotted. They know that there's multiple people here. They just don't know exactly where. And I think they're just hoping that someone would drive into it. Let's see. God, I miss my mod. I can fix that before tomorrow at least. For those wondering what I'm on about, I have a mod that allows me to fly through buildings and outside the red line, which makes spectating a whole lot easier, especially on certain maps. Like, this is fine. Fort Despair is no problem. Spanish Sahara getting shot, as well as Le Supreme Leader. Sound like my French teacher when I do that. At the same time, Elmiri is being pushed on the other side. And PC Cat is a bit, like, divided. Elmiri is not going to be long for this world. Krim is helping the best he can. There's just too much HP there. Elmiri going in for the ram, trying to survive. Let's have a bit of a close look. And Panzer's not looking too healthy. He is going to take another shot. And now Cream is shooting Confusion. Elmiri goes down, but it cost him quite a bit of HP. And now Yuri gets set on fire and taken out on the other side. Walking Ace is racing back, wanting to shoot Jennifer. Le Supreme Leader gets taken out. Bobby is dealing with Spanish Sahara. He goes down 905 points. Walking Ace trying to shoot down Jennifer some more. Panzer's not looking too healthy. Ego goes down, but so does Jennifer. 970 points. Uni is being protected. And there we have it. 1k points. Walking Ace survives. Confusion and Panzer as well. But the game is for PC Cat, as is the matchup. Ah, the board camo is so good though. Well played, very Supremacy played matchup overall though. Which, to be fair, I don't mind at all. I like Supremacy. I play Supremacy only all the time. So that is the first matchup up and over. Let's have a quick look. I doubt anyone else will have finished yet. So just to check. Yeah, 4 past, which means that we have like 45 minutes of replays. Which honestly, I'm glad I've got some good games. Not any of myself, to be fair, because I've just not actually played much at all. Not well enough to get aces in any case. Had some fun games, like in Gravity mode. Nothing that I'm like, yeah, that deserves showing off. Let's see. We're going to start off with showing off some Wild Ones Helper games. Okay, not that one apparently. Might have been too early. There we go. This one works. The Minotauro. Oh my god, Lopani! Hope you're doing okay. Carbon is also lovely. I think my favorite would be Asia Wave. Oh god, I always forget the name. I like the colorful ones. I'll show it in a bit. There's so many good ones though. Let's see. This is one of the TDs that I don't mind driving. I tend to, if I have to choose a TD, this is one of the ones that I will choose. No, don't. No, oh my god. Why? Why use your reserve shell? It takes so long to reload though. Is he just going to... Oh, no he's not. Never mind. To be fair, I do shoot my reserve shell every now and again as well. But I'm very careful with it. Let's see. Nice bit of fire. It's always helpful. No, he's more careful. No, he's not quite pushing it far enough. Nice. Oh, the Minotauro, when it works so well, though. I think it's one of the tanks that when it came out, it was a lot stronger than it is now, so to speak, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of him. Poof. No, don't shoot your reserve shell again. Oh my god. If it was the fourth game, then that would have been very close to the winning score, yeah. Well, we were guessing for the third one. Also, I need to remove the message. Unpin. Now we'll start the new one after this game. Basically, I want to avoid giving away what's happened in game. That was fun. That was still a blind shot, even though it was just because he only just vanished. Let's see. Spoot Beast. Oh, he's running. That should just bounce. I saw a shot bounce off. There we go. Beautiful. Minus the reserve shell stress, this was a very lovely game. I like how that basically blind shot, so to speak, just made it go above 6k. Beautiful. Let's see, what else have I got for you? Just quickly check. Yeah, you are already at the Minotauro game. So we can stop the next one. Start. I can't type. Guessing now. There we go. And we will pin that as well. In the meantime, the winners of the 4 fan containers are TimaFace_1, Rage77764, Berke A, and Welsh Wayne. Again, not sure when prizes will be handed out. I will pass them along as we go in this case. And we will see. So now you're going to guess 4 battle passes. And let's see, let's start another replay. Let's show off our very own Agassi, shall we? This is also one of those legendary camos. It's just nice. It's not colorful, but it's very nice. I still don't get though why some tanks have like 3 legendary camos, and most of them are realistic. And then some tanks have just no legendary camo. I still need to play the Polish TD and get like the pop-up offer for those camos. Let's see. I like camping bases. You just have to be very careful with where you're at, what you're doing, where you go. That'll do. For chieftain. We did not know the Death Star was there as well. I just have to avoid getting shot by the Death Star somehow. This is not stressful at all. Oh, that bounce though. He's gonna be pissed at that. With him having just fired, that certainly helps. T62A is definitely the primary. Ooh. There we go. The teamwork of this team is quite nice here. Has anyone driven the new Polish CDs yet, by the way? Like, I kinda did, and then just got bored and I stopped. Nice. No, he wants you now. Denied. Smooth little game here. Lovely little ace with 666 assisted damage. Which is kind of fitting with the Jaeger. Lovely game. Let's see, what else have I got for you? Yes, I want to see this one. Because of the tank. Look at that. It's my beloved Carol. Oh, I got a model of the Carol tank. Ordered it off Etsy. It's like 3D printed. Very easy to put together. I still have to super glue it, but it's very easy to put together. I just absolutely love it. Yeah, it's basically the thing that I like. I like the damage guessing so much more because it's closest. So it's not like you don't have to do an exact guess. You don't have to do something epic in the game. You just have to guess. And with Supremacy, it could technically go every which way. So you don't know beforehand what will be the best guess. It's a bit random, but it's so much fun. Oh, ow. That was cheeky. But yeah, that's why I always go for damage guessing. It also basically involves the chat a bit more with the stream. And from a selfish point of view, it also means that you have to be subscribed in order to enter, which is helpful for my channel. Not sure if you heard that, but that was fireworks. Because we have some assholes in this neighborhood, unfortunately, that think that shooting fireworks at this time of year is just absolutely fine and fun. You're doing very well with the shots here, sir. I love capping the bases. The bases make all the difference here. He's hiding a little bit. Fresh bird, not free bird. Oh, that little bit of... Wow, he is cheerful. There are basically parts of this game where I don't mind having not being able to talk when dead. I think that's a very good move, and I hope that we keep that. Oh, this is why I love the carrots so much. E100 is not going to survive, but just waiting for the last shell to load. I have the thing where I just generally tend to shoot just a bit too quickly. Nice. Nice teamwork as well in this game. So now we just have two big TDs. Yeah, he's looking at you. He missed you by a mile. No, don't shoot your reserve shell. Don't think he's AFK. That's what I do a lot, like just firing just too quick, just a bit too quickly. Oh, thank you, Cyber User. That's so sweet of you. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Honestly, I love this tank so much. Also, I want the backgrounds, like all of them. Obviously, like I can never not use oh god, yeah, different server. My lovely carrot background. But like in reports, they've been saying that there will be like the option to add backgrounds per tank, and then you just need to use the backgrounds with the tanks, don't you? But yeah, when we have like favorite camos, I would say this one I absolutely love. This one I absolutely love. Obviously this one and this one. Blue butterfly effect it's called. Is one of my favorites ever. And one of my other I have so many certs. This one. I absolutely love this one. I don't use it enough because it's just so far down below the list. I would love it if you could have like all the unlocked ones at the top rather than having to scroll different places. Would make so much more sense. S-WIL's been doing some lovely things throughout the season. Streamed them a few times before. They're lovely to watch, so I'm hopeful for some very lovely games versus PC Cat, even though PC Cat is looking to be very strong right now. Let's see. What else have I got? Let's actually start with this one now. We're just filling the time. Basically, with this tank, I've just not played it all. I've skipped the whole line. I spend my free XP on lines. I can't be bothered to grind. I don't have the patience for it. Let's see. Good. No Excelsior. Excelsior. He's very commanding, isn't he? You spin me right round, baby, right? I love that song. And here we have Snoopy being very, very patient. And the Excelsior dying. Not having gone towards base C as his teammate wanted him to. I kind of miss streaming like regular games. I'm not sure my iPad would survive right now. Poof. The thing is that sometimes stuff gets set in the chat. I don't get the reference for that time because of the fact that I'm just not with the 3 minute delay. That he's getting shot a lot. That'll do. This is Burza spam. Technically speaking, you should have him on the next reload. That'll do. Poof. I also still need to play the Swedish tanks for the Swedish crew voices. I love that we have them now. Tour starts in, well, by the time you hear this, like 20 minutes. Basically, right now, we can't do anything but just wait. Oof. I like how he's just zooming out to make sure that he's actually still behind the building. Se movente. Poof. He's just steadily farming right now. Nice. No, I wouldn't. I would just do that, yeah. Poof. Nope. That's the TD getting in the way. Oh, there he is. Poof. 3.1k. I wonder if he did more damage, like if any of the blunt shots actually went in. Nope. Lovely little game there. Showcasing one of the new tanks. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to watch this as well. Thing is that I try not to watch any of the replays before I show them on stream, just to keep it fun. I've been wanting to watch this though. This is one of the tanks. I hate how they brought it into the game, like with crates only for money and not actually just for free, which I feel is unfair. Like, I get that crates earn wargaming a lot more, so that we're not going to get rid of crates. But crates for just money is just, no. I say that while also having spent on them because I wanted the tank, and I got lucky. But the fact that you also need like 50 charms in order to get it can make this tank super expensive. And I always thought that they did that partially because they wanted to keep the tank a little bit exclusive. But it's just like a paid for tank right now. Oh, the 114 SP2. I haven't driven that in a while, if I'm honest. It's one of those things, I don't love it, I don't hate it, it's just there. Oh my god, there's someone... Noise. Like when this tank hits, it hits so hard. But it is very slow and very, very cumbersome. Let's see. Oh, hello there. Oh, that was very little damage for the reload time. Thing is, I'm actually so behind on making reviews about tanks. Oh, oh, yes, yes, do that. Like, when this tank hits, it hits so hard, and it's so troll that way. Then you have people like Lorenzo, and they may just make it so easy. They are basically... He's like, I don't want to take that shot. Yeah, whichever way you look, he kind of has to take it. Nice. Oof. Ramon has lost a lot of HP there. No, Kranwagen, go back. Nice. Oof. I was just gonna say you should have him, but no. No, Ramon. Now it's just 3 versus 5, so that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, if anyone has like a game they want me to show... Tiki! If anyone has a game that they want me to show off, it has to be an ace. That's my thing. But feel free to submit any. I'll be happy to share them off. Like in between the round robin rounds, we generally have a lot of time, and there's not much I... Oh, cheeky. There's not much I can do about it. So just I can't play PC to save my life, so I'm obviously not even going to try that. Okay, first off, please don't describe anything in a game like that. Second off, I enjoy the tank. I like the whole... Nice. Ow. I love auto reloaders. It allows me to just basically use a lot of different positions. It allows me to turn the game more to my favor. I just enjoy it a lot more. Funnily enough, I don't really like the E50M though. I know people can do absolutely amazing things in it. Just not my type of tank. Beautiful game. I'm glad you at least got points on that loss. So let's see. We still have time for 1 or 2 more games. I don't understand why people get upset at people driving tanks they like. Like, why does it bother you that I drive a tank that I like, regardless of what tank that is? Hola, Yusuf. Oh, I love this tank so much as well. I haven't driven it in ages, but it's so cool. I'm a big Dune fan. But yeah, overall, if I can choose, I will drive an auto reloader, and if I can choose, I will drive a medium auto reloader. I just like it more. Oh, if that had gone in though. He's just pushing the waffle away. Excuse me, I'm driving here. No, they're not quite pushing forward enough. That's the only thing though, it's so slow. No, bit too impatient here. There's a lot of tanks that basically some players can drive any tank. There's a lot of tanks that are just like, yeah, they're not bad, they're not great, they just are, if that makes sense. There we go, that's better. I also like how the shield shimmers when it's hit, it's so cool. Yes, Seaman kind of needs help here. They've already lost 3. Nice. He is in a ground tank, but he is not looking... It's 2 versus 5. GG. He's going to have to deal with the Scorpion first. There we go. Doing the bouncy bounce. Is he just shooting HE at you? There we go. T30 is holding for now. Never mind. Thing is, he is in a very, very slow tank now. Ramming speed. There we go. Nice. It's such a huge tank though, so you have to take that into account as well. Nice little bounce. I love how basically the shield shimmers blue if you bounce. Nice. So now he just needs to find the Emil. Let's see. The thing is, why should I drive a skill-dependent tank if I'm enjoying this one? I'm not playing the game to die hard. I'm playing the game because I'm just enjoying it. And for that, I don't need to die hard in a tank in order to enjoy the game. So yeah, that's something I've never really understood. I would have gone for the base here, to be honest. Because you don't know where he's gone, and you don't have that much time. Let's see. Technically speaking, it's 20 seconds to reach the base. Don't think that's going to be enough. It's going to be very close. No, too late. I don't use reactive armor though. I don't enjoy that. Look at that though, that looks so cool. I don't think he's got enough time. Actually, no, he might have. He just needs to not leave the base and not get shot. You need 100 seconds, so 2 minutes was wrong guess of me. He might be enough. Oh, that's not good. Now he needs to murder him. In his very slow and cumbersome tank. It helps if you're staying there, though. What exactly is he expecting here? No, push! You need to push! You need to not... Ooh. Emil should have totally had this, not gonna lie. Well done. Okay, but this is the thing though. Why would they not platoon in tanks that are strong or that they are strong in? Why not? Isn't the whole game, is the whole point of this game winning? Beautiful little game here. The thing is that when you get to 60% or higher, most of the time people can play whatever tank they want. And it will work, because they know how to use the tank. And just things like the E50Ms or the Caros or... Well, no, to be fair, because neither of those tanks is OP. It's just OP in the right hands. The thing is that when you get to 60% and above, they are the right hands. And that's the case for many, many tanks. But yeah. So I get what you're saying. I do think you're going about it wrong. People can drive whatever they want. They don't have to drive a tank that is more difficult to play. The thing is, like, when you look at me, I do good in auto reloaders, and especially medium auto reloaders, because it just works really well for me. I don't do well in the E50M, because I don't like the tank. I don't like the blocky tank. I don't like that it's very tall, so very high armor profile. It's not my cup of tea. Anyhow, let's have a look. Beloved, Aqua, BPS, and PC got all won their matchups, so let's have a look. 4-1 versus Serenity for BPS. Come on. S-WIL lost 4-0. And Bila won from Demon 4-2. The thing is, when I see, depending on what I drive, depending on what map we're on, I look at what the enemy team does. Because the thing is, you can play to your strength, or you can play to the enemy's weaknesses. Those are your choices with every single game. So, if I spot an enemy tune in E50Ms, I tend to go to the other side, regardless of what I'm driving. Because if I keep my team alive for long enough, we are more likely to win that game than if I go head to head with two players that know exactly how to hold down and to hold. So taking out the other 5 tanks then takes priority over taking out the E50M tunes. And to be fair, there's always like you can't choose the team you get. You have to work with the team you get, regardless of what they are, how good they are. So you have to use your team to the best of your advantage, which in my case usually means using them as cannon fodder. And it's not a reason that I only play Supremacy, because it allows me to affect the game more by capping bases early. And that puts the pressure on, and that forces enemy players to go a certain direction. So all of that together is basically why I should be able to drive whatever the hell I want. And so should everyone else. And then you have to just work with what you got. So yeah, when I know that I'm meeting a team, an enemy toon, basically, that is good, then I'm more likely to play to, well, to make our team strength elsewhere, so to speak. I'm hoping I make sense in any way. Team FA, I think you're missing a 1 or something in your guess, because you're guessing for a whole team, but you're guessing very, very low. Which, technically speaking, is not impossible, but not something that I guess that a team will do. There are so many tanks though that are just really good fun, especially in a tone, and they are not OP. And in my opinion, the E50M falls right under that. Carrot has plenty of weaknesses. It's a teamwork and a focus fire that can make it look OP, but it's definitely not OP. There are a lot of good tanks, but the thing is, if I meet a random 183, I'm not scared of it. If I meet Yusuf in a 183, I'm terrified. It's the driver, it's not the tank. It's the driver and what they do with it, where they go with it. That determines the end of the game. So if I meet a random player in a carrot or in an E50M, I'm not particularly scared of them. But yeah, anyone that I actually know, yes, for sure. Anyhow, we are below 3 minutes. We can go into the room. We are getting ready for S-WIL versus PC Cat. We are guessing for PC Cat, by the way. And we are going to go to Normandy first. Normandy looks something like this. We watched the replay on this earlier. Let's see. 4 bases. 2 closer to the spawn. 2 more in the middle. Usually C and D are both capped on their respective sides. And then we see a battle happening for base A generally. Base B is usually only capped when they know for sure that no one is there. Because it can be very, very dangerous to cap that with all the all the lines of fire that go into it. I can't word. You can drive whatever the hell you want, hun. So can I. That's the thing. I don't care about win rate. I don't care about average damage. I care about having fun in the game, so I drive whatever tank I'm in the mood for, and whatever tank works for me that day. And that can be any tank. Like, the thing is that, basically with my health issues, my concentration levels can definitely struggle. And that means that I will do good in certain tanks or certain tiers depending on what my health is like that day. Because if I can concentrate well, then tier 10 works best for me. If I can't really concentrate well, then I go to tier 8 or tier 6 even. Just whatever I'm in the mood for. I don't think anyone is abusing OP tanks. I don't think any tank is actually OP. Not even the Smasher, not even the Annihilator. Because it all depends on who's driving them. I'm honestly not scared of meeting random people in tanks that are more forgiving. 60% is very hard nowadays. I think you're basically barking up the wrong tree a bit here. Because the thing is that the average player is used to losing more than winning, and that's telling. So you have to keep that in mind. Most of the people lose more games than they actually win. But yeah, we are getting ready to go to Normandy with 2 LTs, 3 F3s, a 215B and a Kranwagen for S-WIL. Versus, because I'm totally not distracted by the chat or anything. Versus 5 F3s, an LT, and an E6 for PC Cat. Oh, I do love the E6 so much. I got it to rank 50 recently, for no other reason than just being able to. Back when Wargaming asked me what my favorite tank was, I was so hard pressed. I couldn't decide between the Spaghetti 64, 46, 46, 65, the Carrot, or the E6. And eventually I went with the Carrot because at the end of the day I love that tank the most. PC Cat will be arriving late at their base. Uni may actually... No, he does spot people. And he is spotted as well. Avoids getting hit there. But the LTs have kept base C together, and that's given S-WIL a bit of an advantage here. Uni taking a bit of it. Elmirian also getting spotted. So they know that he's there, so Shenka basically giving him away. And S-WIL right now has the advantage here. Sashenka going down to the beach. Probably going to make sure that they're not going to be pushed there. I will spam the heck out of Brahma if I want to. Because it's not about making the game hard. I'll make my game life as easy as I can. Ooh, Visa taking a big hit from Bobby there. But S-WIL does have a bit of a point advantage, so it will be up to PC Cat to make a move. And right now there's no other base that they can easily take. Sashenka is holding all the way in the corner there. Building stand castles and whatnot. Let's see. Playmaker holding, using the rock. Shots are being fired. I wonder if he's going to try and take base B. This is so telling. Like, people don't pay enough attention to this in randoms. You saw this tree fall down. He did that on purpose. The thing is that now he can't drive against it accidentally. So when he goes for the base, there's not much. They can't tell where exactly he's at. But if he were to drive down the tree, they would have known where he's at. Everything gives information. Playmaker going towards the plane. Uni now. See, there he avoids knocking down the tree. Sashenka running around at the back there. Renamed has been spotted. Is he going to? He's going for it. Not to be moving in to help. Not to be is also the shield here. Not to be. Ooh! Renamed guessed, but guessed wrong. Uni now hugging a building, but he did get the base. And that will get PC Cat into the point advantage very, very quickly here. Less running around, and S-WIL suddenly can't hold anymore. Exactly! Exactly, Timothy. Exactly that. It's all about what mood you're in. What are you in the mood to play for? Do you want to play ATD? Do you want to play fast tank, a slow tank? Do you want to have more potatoes or less potatoes on your team and enemy team? This is dangerous though, like with them knocking those two down, depending on where PC Cat would have had their tanks, it could have shown them that there were multiple people coming across the beach. Renamed has been spotted. Sashenka has not though. But now Amiri knows. Sashenka now. Ooh, nice. Sashenka in danger. Has to be careful. So does Renamed though. Uni losing HP. Facing off against Sashenka. But Cream is moving in as well. My throat is itching so bad. I'm so sorry. Sashenka's not long for his world. Does get another shot in. There we go. But then goes down himself. Prim now in a dangerous position. Renamed is hightailing it out of there, but Krim goes down. Base C's been taking Uni, not long for this world, less, having way too much HP there. But Future Simple goes down. And right now, PC Cat has 3 bases. We're already at 900 points, so even though they are gunned down, Visa's not going to survive for much longer either. And with him gone, they will be very close to winning the game. The guns are even, the bases are not, and they just can't get up there in time to take enough bases. And PC Cat wins the first game. This was relatively close though. S-WIL had the advantage. And once PC Cat took that away from them, they kind of just felt unbalanced, I would say. Not in the mental sense, but just more like not quite finding their footing, not quite knowing where they want to go. And there we go. For the second game on Normandy, PC Cat is ready with 2 LTs and potentially 5 F3s. That lineup is very simple to call, really. And on S-WIL's side, we see 2 LTs, potentially 3 F3s, a 215B, and a Super Conqueror. Let's see what Visa readies up in. Also wonder if later on we will see some Polish CDs. I don't think they're very viable in tours, but you never know. And never presume to know the tour meta or what they will decide works. Because they are much more pro than I am, and than I could ever be. That is actually beautiful. Eric just said, well, a little bit back, to be fair, but Eric said, a premium tank doesn't give you a premium mind, and that is very, very telling. With 10 seconds left to go, Visa finally readies up, and we now have 2 Super Conquerors, 2 F3s, 2 LTs, and a 215B for S-WIL. I highly doubt that though, the average win rate being 54%, because as far as I know, the average win rate is like 48%. Let's see. Let's go in quick for the cap. The LTs from PC are just spawning like way lower, so arrive at the bases a lot later. But there are 2 of them there. Ooh, look what Uni is doing. Shots fired, and he did not reset the base, and he did take a hit for that. Worth the risk. And now we have Yuning running back. Rename taking a bit of a hit there. And again though, S-WIL having the point advantage, however slight. Thank you for the blessings. The thing is, it's so weird. Like, the side of my mouth starts to itch, and then I have to cough, and then I sneeze, and then once I've sneezed, it's fine. But I never know why this happens. I just know that once my health is suffering a little bit, it just goes that way. Skiloidus, not sure what he's doing. I have a feeling that this was not quite what was intended. He kind of has to drop down, otherwise he's gonna die. This seems to be a miscalculation on S-WIL's part. Base D is now being stolen. Bobby's going straight after rename, now holding. ASK got taken out. Skiloid is not looking too good, gets taken out as well. Uni is in danger. Can't really get out of there, there's too many guns. Too many cheeky little guns going for him. Bobby goes down. Uni now pretty much stuck where he's at. Rename goes down. And Krim is there to support versus the light tanks. Uni's just holding. I don't think they meant to do that. Uni does go down, but they lost so much HP for that. Visa's gone down. Krim basically doing an excellent job in blocking both shots, but also blocking the players. Les goes down. Sashenka is still alive, is running off. might survive. Future Simple in the meantime is being bullied. Sashenka goes down to Krim after all. Future Simple is the last one left alive, and the game is for PC Cat. And I do feel that this was S-WIL's miscalculation. Very well played here, but to be fair, by PC Cat, well held. No. Thing is that when I say stop guessing now, you don't know what the result is of the previous battle. All you know is that you can't guess anymore. To be fair, most players can make an 80% win rate account if they go into newbie matchmaking. I'm proud to say that my stats include all my noob day stats. I don't give a rat's ass about stats. I like doing well, so in that way I care about my stats. But generally speaking, I only look at stats for the purpose of basically, could I have expected better? Because the thing is that if you are a 60% player, you're in a game and it goes horribly wrong, and all of that is to do with one teammate not doing what they should, and you see that they are a 40% player, you know you could not have expected better of them. That's the thing. So yeah, we're going to go to New Bay, which looks like this. 3 bases, 2 relatively close together, 1 more in the corner with the ramps and everything. This might be a bit tricky to spectate without my mod installed. But yeah. That is let's go back there because the game is loading. And we have 5 F3s for both teams, and then a 215B or an AMX 54 and an LT for both teams. Do, do, do. And this is, of course, the game that you are getting damage for. So, how much damage will PC Cat do? Uni. It's gonna go up the ramp, I guess. No, he's looking. He did spot immediately. He spots all 3 of them, so they know that there's half a team there. Which means that... Oh, not to be. Losing a lot of HP there. But does decap the base. They're going to go after renamed here. He is in a very tricky position. He can't possibly survive this for more than a few seconds. Base C is being kept. He didn't get a single shot in after that. I'm not sure if he got one in earlier. Prim bouncing that shot. We have S-WIL now pushing back in force. Focus fire is not quite there from PC Cat. Object 3 going down. Visa the preferred target for PC Cat. He goes down. Skilloidus is being chased by Uni. Playmaker using a corpse quite nicely. And now we basically just have a big brawl because everyone is here. Skilloidus goes down. We have the F3s now mostly on the big reload. There goes ASK. Future Simple almost gone. Bobby not going to survive this either. But he is pulling back into... And now it's just Sashenka, who is running off. Being chased by Uni. Stuck against the building, gets hugged. Gets hugged a bit more. And he HE'd himself to death. That is not something I can advise because, yeah, reasons. And that was a very quick victory for PC Cat here, with a grand total damage of 17,218 for the giveaway. S-WIL not showing its strength that we know it's got. PC Cat just too experienced. The thing is that basically PC Cat isn't a new clan. This is basically APA, and you have to keep that in your mind when you watch them, because just this sheer experience from APA here, or PC Cat, is just showing. They are very, very strong, and we might see a full F3 team here now. That will be interesting. We see 5 F3s for S-WIL together with 2 AMX 54s. And depending on what Krim readies up in, we might see a full F3 team. The thing is that, again, auto-loader, auto-reloader, anything basically, it still depends a lot on the player and not just the tank. Yes, Eric, this is still September BPs. I think all the BP giveaways will be for September BPs because the last stream is like on the 11th. I will check tomorrow with Toyon to make sure, but I'm guessing that it's all going to be September BPs. Especially now because it's only just started the month. Ah, no full F3 teams. We would see one lone 1-1-3 in potentially the last game of the evening. I love that camo so much as well, renamed. I like all the clever things. Less is sporting it too. S-WIL seeming to go towards the middle and beaver section. They're mainly wolfpacking though. Sashenka in the middle. Sashenka might be meeting some people soon. No, he's being very careful. Oh, he does take one. They may be in trouble because they're now in a position where they can't really... This may be very cheeky. S-WIL might be biting back here. Because not to be gets instant deletion. Object 3 losing a whole lot of HP very, very quickly. Sashenka is not too long for this build either, but it's taking PC Cat time to turn around. And they've lost 2 guns now. They are clustered together though, but this could be... They're going after Krim. Krim is the preferred target. Krim goes down very quickly here. There is a 3-gun disadvantage. Sashenka and Renamed have been taken out, but Playmaker is not long for this build. Does not land that shot either. Gets taken out. S-WIL biting back here. Catching not to be, and Object 3, that's the other one. Off guard here. And now there's just too many guns. Elmiri gets taken out. Uni is pulling back, but he's losing a whole lot of HP as he tries that. As ASK goes out. Versus randoms, I would still give it to Uni and Bobby. But there's just too many guns now. Especially with just too many tanks around. Now it's just Bobby. Bobby in danger. And the game is definitely for S-WIL. Very brutal game, very well played by S-WIL here. And even though it is a little bit like a guesstimate of where people will go, that worked out beautifully. And that brings the score to 3-1. Again, PC guy is still up for match point. But we are going to go to a different map. We're going to go to Desert Sands. Desert Sands, 3 bases in pretty much a straight line across the middle of the map. Very different parts of the map though. I kind of expect like an desert brawl here. That's what we usually get these days, at least. But if they play it slow and they play for supremacy, we might see a cheeky B cap. S will definitely going to go for interesting things here. With 5 E50Ms, an AMX 54, and 1 F3 versus 5 F3s, an E6, and an LT. I think once PC Cat spots that lineup, they're just going to go straight into the town, or they're going to all push into the desert. Let's see. I always go for the win. I don't go for the damage. I don't care about average damage. Like, I want to win the game because it's more fun than losing. But to be fair, that is also why I play Supremacy only, because it's just, I find it easier to force the battle a certain way. 10 seconds left to go. Bobby needs to ready up. There we go. And let's see, can PC Cat bring this home? Do, do, do. This is the thing though, like matches like the last one, they kind of reset the mind. Because you show, yeah, we're still here. We're getting back up. And look at that wolfpack go. That looks amazing. Blind shots have I can't word. Blind shots have happened, but no damage was done. Base A is being capped. And they are spotted. Freeman is spotted as well. Does take a hit for that. This is interesting though, because they can actually just... They can still push in, but they have to be careful about it. We have not to be in danger. Oh, Shashenka losing a whole lot of HP very, very quickly there. Elmiri in danger. Shashenka losing more HP. Not to be, has to be careful as well. The thing is, once those clips are empty, that's the issue. Visa not looking too healthy, neither does Future Simple. They need to take the guns out. Bobby going in for the hug. Waiting to reload that second shot. Does take out one. Sashenka not still alive. Future Simple goes down. There goes Skiloidus. Uni taking a lot of damage here. But there's only 3 tanks left from S-WIL. And there are 7 PC cats left. Les goes down. Elmiri bounces shot. Renamed. Not long for this world. Gets taken out as well. Okay, this could have been a 7-0. If not for Uni desperately wanting a hug. I do hope that you've got your chat off though, Team FA. When you have that younger people on there. Like messages from friends only on, I mean. But yeah, that is the tours for tonight. PC Cat taking home 2 points today. Matches are still happening. Let's have a quick look to see if anything else is finished yet. Oh, that's gonna be a long one, I think. Let's see. That is also still going on. I'm not gonna wait for the games to be over because honestly, it's been very, very fast games here. So we could be waiting for a very long time. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow with the next 2 rounds. Don't know yet who I'm going to stream. And the winners for the battle passes are Morinka and Rizhel, 16. So congratulations. I will pass it on to Tolyon in the morning. Not sure when she's going to hand it out because I can understand if she waits until all the round robins are done, because that makes sense. But yeah, just so you know. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, PC Cat, Squad 1, and S-WIL for the lovely games that we've been seeing tonight. And congratulations to the winner. And I will see you all tomorrow for the next round. Have a lovely evening. Bye bye.